We're live?
Yeah.
Cool. So hello SEO for startups.
Hello, hello.
Hello. We're back again this week.
Different angle this time as well.
Different angles. We're always
closer.
changing up. Yeah, a little bit closer. We're back again with this week's video. We're going to do something a little bit different this week. We're going to go through Google Search Console. So some of you may know it by its previous name, which was Google Webmaster Tools. It's been rebranded in the last, I don't know, for about 6 months, a year.
I'd say so, yeah. They've been adding to it bit by bit.
Yeah, they've been slowly porting over the features from Webmaster Tools to Search Console. But it is the best free SEO tool in the world. Country mile. Yeah, country mile. It's absolutely brilliant. It's straight from Google themselves, so you know what better information can you get? But it can be a little bit complicated for people that aren't SEO experts, right?
Yeah, plus the new version has actually changed quite a lot as well. So if you knew how to use the old one, there may be differences on the new one. They haven't moved everything over yet from the old one to the new one. So
but most of it we can go through.
But continue to kind of keep looking at it, and they keep adding new stuff all the time. So yeah, it's really good.
So what we're going to go through today is we're going to go through the basics of the tool. So a real quick intro, so you guys can, if you haven't got it set up, make sure you get it set up. It's really easy to set up Search Console or Webmaster Tools for your site. If you go to search.google.com, I don't know what it is, we'll provide the link afterwards in the comments. And then you can go through the process of adding it to your website. It's a bit like adding Google Analytics. So if you're using something like WordPress or those other platforms, it's really, really simple. So we'll provide a guide on how to do that in the links below. So yeah, we're going to go through the basics, and then next week we'll do a bit more of an advanced one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Awesome. All right. So we're going to go back to moving camera.
Yes.
Hopefully more advanced moving camera. We shall see.
All right. Oh. Good work, Kieran. All right. Okay, cool. So there's 4 key sections that we're going to go through today from Google Search Console. It is the performance section, the coverage section, the mobile usability section, and the links. Is that right? The links we're going through?
Correct, yes.
All right, cool. So first off, performance. So you'll see over here on the left, you've got the performance tab. So click on here. This is essentially a way in which you can see traffic to your site from SEO only. So it's a little bit like Google Analytics, but it's just for SEO traffic. First thing to note, it's not as accurate as Google Analytics. So they will have data in here, such as you're getting so many visits from SEO, but it's not going to be precise. It's roundabout. So just take it, use it as a guide for sure, because you want to see everything go up, of course, but don't take the numbers as exact numbers. So when you first come in here, there's a few things that you can do. You'll see these 4 boxes at the top, so you can see how many clicks that you've had over this date range. You can see how many impressions, and if you click them away, you can see what your average click-through rate is. So that's basically how many people are clicking through to your site. And average position as well. So across all of the keywords that Google knows you're in the top 10 pages for, or top 100 pages for, whatever, we're at average position 58. So you want that number to be as high as possible.
Low as possible.
Low as possible. Okay, great SEO advice, Andy. So some of the things that you can do with this, right? Right down here, let me go to total clicks, we get that in now. You have this table. Now you can play around with this. So queries. This shows you the exact keywords that are sending traffic to site. Really good because Google Analytics doesn't show you this anymore. So from Hike SEO, we've had 4,000 clicks basically in the last 30 days. Or sorry, the last 3 months. So you can change the date range. So you can go through here and actually see the keywords that are sending traffic. It's really, really interesting. You don't get this anywhere else. You can do a little bit of filtering as well and sorting, and you can export it. So we'll do a filter by query. And what I want to do is I want to see everything that doesn't contain Hike. So I want to see every bit of traffic or every keyword that we've ranked for that doesn't contain Hike, right? So I'll put does not contain Hike. I'll click done. Okay, and now we can see the keywords that are sending traffic through to us that don't include Hike. And you can do that across lots of different phrases and really narrow down onto that. You can go by page and you can see, okay, what are the pages that are sending the most amount of traffic and what the average position is, countries, devices, all of this. And you can see search appearance, which isn't really that helpful at the moment. So I think that's the real basics of it. You can filter by device, which is quite handy if you want to see how well you're ranking on mobile compared to desktop, for example. And you can change the date range. So do have a play around, get stuck in, really useful info. So that's number 1. Number 1 of 4, right, Kim?
Yep.
That's performance. So we're going to move on to number 2. So number 2 is coverage. So basically, if you come down to index, you see under there, you'll see coverage. Now this is really, really cool feature. essentially what this does is it shows you all of the pages that Google know about for your website. So you want to be reviewing this to make sure that all the pages that are important Google knows about, and if it does know about them, it's indexing them and it's crawling them correctly. It's not having any issues at all. So you want to check this periodically. So just like with the previous one, the user experience is quite similar. You have these 4 boxes. Now, I will get rid of these. Okay, so you click on each one and it will show you the pages with errors. So this will be either a 404 error or a server error. Valid with warnings. That will show you ones where they are valid, i.e. Google is crawling them, but there's an issue you need to sort out because it may drop out of the index soon. Valid pages, they're the perfect ones, right? They're the pages that are all valid, all being indexed by Google, all ready for Google to show them to all of the people that search on the search engine. And then excluded. So these are the pages that Google's found, but it's decided not to index. Now, a lot of the time, that number can be quite high, and that may scare you. You may think, oh no, look, we've got 126 pages that are being excluded. But often it's for very good reason, and they are pages that you don't want Google to index. So if I scroll down a little bit, when you click on each one, you can see down here. So, and it'll give you the reasons and the categories of why it's been excluded. So the first one is excluded by the no index tag. So the reason there is we've told Google not to index those pages. Alternate page with proper canonicals, crawled, currently not indexed. I won't go into too much detail. This will be more for the advanced section next week. But have a look through here, go through, make sure your main pages are all being indexed and they're all valid. And I think that's the 2 key bits. That's what I want to go through on coverage and performance. So should we move on to mobile usability?
Yes.
All right, your turn, Kieran.
Pass the gauntlet.
Dun, 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 dun.
Awesome. So a tiny bit further down, we've got under enhancements, we've got mobile usability. So obviously one of the big things that Google did a little while ago was they went mobile first. So obviously when they're looking at ranking websites, they're looking at how your website performs on a mobile device. So making sure this section has as little or no errors, if possible, is really, really important. So Google will flag any potential errors that your website has, any issues that it has when they are viewing it as if you were viewing it on a mobile. And within here, it will give you exactly the same as before. You've got the boxes on the top. It will show you which ones, how many pages have got errors, and how many are valid. So within here, we can see that one of the pages had an error. It looks like that error is not there anymore, which is great. So underneath, it gives you a detail of the error itself. So here we've got 2 options, which are clickable elements too close together, i.e. buttons or links. They're actually spaced too close together when you're viewing it on a mobile device, which it can be quite tricky. People accidentally click wrong links, especially if they have big fingers. And then the other one is content being wider than the screen. So that's, if you look at a website on a mobile device and you have to move the website left and right to be able to read all of the content, that will throw this error, which means the content itself sits outside the size of the mobile device. Mm-hmm. There are a load of others that will pop up. You can click onto the actual the issue itself, and it will give you a little learn more button, which you can go in, and Google will then give you information about that error, and normally it tells you how to fix it as well.
Cool. I guess one thing to mention here is sometimes Google can get this a little bit wrong.
Yes. Yeah.
So
it's tricky because they're checking so many different sites. Some can slip through the gap. Have a look at how your website looks on a mobile, and see if what they're flagging is potentially the issue and which page they're flagging is the issue. Actually does have an issue when you're on a mobile device. So if, say for instance, the content's too wide for the screen, load that page up within your mobile device. If you don't have to scroll left and right, then it may be that Google's picked up incorrectly.
Cool. And there's a mobile friendliness testing tool, isn't there? There's also a good way to run those pages through. Is that linked to directly from within Search Console?
So it's not linked to within Search Console, but you can actually see it within the URL inspection tool, which is something that we're going to cover in the advanced section.
Oh, wait for that one, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
to keep you in suspense, get you to come back. So that's it really for the mobile usability. Again, you want to be checking this periodically, as you do with the coverage section as well, just to flag any issues that you may have.
Cool.
The other section is links. So there's a lot of tools out there, things like Majestic, Mars, Hike, loads of different tools that will show you the links that point to your website. And these are great tools, and the way that they grab these links is they will crawl the web and find which website's linked to you. But Google has their own. Obviously, Google is constantly crawling the web. It's constantly finding websites and it's finding internal links internally and externally. So they have a link section within the Search Console. It will show you which pages on your website are linked to most, which pages have the most links on them, and then also it will show you the top websites that link to you, so i.e. the websites that send the most links to you. So for our example, we've got meetup.com. It's got 26 links on there pointing to Hike. So it's a great way for you to click through and just see which websites are actually pointing to your site. You've also got top link in text as well. So this is the anchor text that's been used within the links. With all of these, you can click to view more and it will give you more information about which ones have been used most. What you will find from kind of old hat SEO is a lot of these will probably contain your keywords. You want them to really be as natural as possible. So your company name, click here, visit, that sort of thing.
Yep.
They're going to be the most natural from an SEO point of view. So if you come in here and you see that there's loads of links on there that actually contain keywords, then you want to potentially look at where them links are coming from and see if you can get them updated to make them a bit more natural. You can export all of these links as well. And yeah, again, probably check back on a regular basis just to see any new sites that come to you. It's quite good to see. I mean, we found sites before that we didn't know had done a review on the platform or something like that, and we've only found it via looking at things like this. So it's really good to use.
Yeah, and also you can then build relationships with those websites. So you can be, oh, actually these guys have maybe done a review of the platform, they've talked about our business, and then they're going to be quite receptive usually then to you reaching out to them and saying, hey, you know, we'd like to work together more, produce more content for them, get more backlinks, which is all just going to help your SEO even more.
Exactly. And that's it for links.
Cool.
So yeah, so obviously next week, as I mentioned, we'll cover a more advanced version, going in a bit more depth with some of the stuff that you can do within here. But it is a really good tool. As Andy said, if you've not already set it up, we'll drop a link in the comments for how to set it up and where to go to set it up. And then yeah, if you get stuck, drop a comment below and we'll try and help out.
Cool.
Awesome.
All right, we'll
Cheers,
see you
guys.
next week, guys. Bye-bye.